It really was. It really was a bad day for Drake Maye. And one thing I want to address, because I plan to be the canary in the coal mine, although I don't like that metaphor because things don't turn out well for the canary, if you understand why they took the canary into the coal mine. But I've been saying this for a long time now. If you haven't heard, it's the basic story of Big Shield, how legalized gambling is eventually going to spark a scandal for the National Football League that is going to impair the integrity of the game in a way that will take years, decades to recover from if it ever does. And this whole Drake Maye thing, and I know, it's funny, I saw some reaction to what I wrote about it yesterday. Well, they didn't break the rules. No, they didn't break the rules. That's the problem. The rules allow for a universe of inside information. Drake Maye's shoulder was messed up. Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. He said last Monday night, I'm not trying to lie to you guys when I tell you I'm feeling great. No, you're not trying. You're doing it. You weren't feeling great because you got a pain-killing injection 6 days later. You don't get a pain-killing injection for fun. You don't do it preemptively. You don't do it in the event that I injure my shoulder in the game, it won't hurt. You do it because you have a problem. But fully participated in practice on Wednesday, fully participated in practice on Thursday, fully participated in practice on Friday, no designation for the game. He's going to be available to play. That doesn't disclose to the world what someone in the building knew. This guy's shoulder's messed up. Your throwing shoulder needs to be numbed. Are you really going to have your best day throwing the football when your throwing shoulder is numb? So that means that someone knew. Someone was in a position to make the estimation based upon the inside information that this isn't going to be a good day for the New England Patriots. That the Seahawks minus 4.5 is a pretty good bet.
Yeah.
And, of course, look, and this isn't the kind of fringe wager that if there's a lot of money on the Seahawks, it's going to send up alarms at the sports books, like when someone starts betting Terry Rozier's unders. And I don't know what Drake Maye's overs or unders were for the game. He did end up, because they fell behind and things got a little, they had to go. Now, sack totals were not good for Drake Maye, but he had 37 yards rushing and he had 295 yards passing, couple of interceptions, 2 touchdowns. The passing day wasn't great from either guy. Passer rating for Sam Darnold was actually lower than Drake Maye. Sam Darnold 74-7, Drake Maye 79-1. Both are not good. This day and age, if you aren't close to 100, if you aren't north of 90, you're not having a good day as a quarterback. 74-7 and 79-1 isn't good. And the leading rusher for the New England Patriots was Drake Maye with 37 yards. They just couldn't do anything. And, Miles, before I pass it back to you, the thing that caught my eye yesterday, the post that was published yesterday morning by MDS bright and early, Devin Witherspoon, appearing on Sirius XM NFL Radio, said, I knew what was going on. We had a good tell on what the offensive linemen like to do and how they like to play and how they were going to attack us. Basically, there was a tell with something the offensive linemen show. We had a tell on their guards and tackles, how they like to set. They're going to overset on certain rushes. They're going to fall for certain moves anytime a group of guys get after them. And today, I think we did that. So that's the cardinal sin, man. That's the thing that you need to iron out of your tendencies. And I spent 2 weeks praising Mike Vrabel and staff for being able to break their tendencies. Well, it sounds like the offensive line had too many things that they were showing the Seattle defense, which contributes to what happened. I was disappointed to see that. And I think I spent too much time the last 2 weeks giving too much praise to a coaching staff that, based upon this disclosure, didn't deserve it.
Well, I think part of that is youth and inexperience, right? I mean, we can talk about how rough of a day it was for Will Campbell. That's what I mean when the Patriots left tackle. When it was very, very obvious to me after, I think, drive number 2. I might have put on Twitter. I might have just said it in the press box. I don't know. But the Patriots had to give Will Campbell more help because it was very obvious that the Seahawks were saying, we are attacking you. we are going to put our guys against you because we don't believe you can hold up. And he couldn't. I mean, the NFL Next Gen stats said he gave up something like 14 pressures, which was the most in a postseason game since 2008. Like, that's unbelievable. And it was because this, like I said, the Seahawks had such a clear plan. And so that's why when it's, Drake Maye talking about the shoulder, like Drake Maye's shoulder does not belong on one of the left side offensive linemen of the New England Patriots. So, I mean, I'm not trying to dismiss what it is that you're saying, but that to me doesn't affect the outcome when Maye is saying, oh, yeah, well, how's your shoulder feel? Well, I don't really feel much of anything at all right now because I had a pain-killing injection. I mean, well, you're probably not going to have your best throwing day, but also when you have pressure off your left side almost immediately on so many different plays, that then affects how you're going to be able to read the defense, what it is that you're seeing. And unfortunately, right, we start getting into the ghost conversation, that was from the Super Bowl winning quarterback years and years ago on that Monday night game that he really hasn't been able to outlive, which is unfortunate. But the thing about that is if you're getting that kind of pressure so quickly, you can't trust what you're seeing because you then don't know, oh my gosh, how much time do I have before I'm going to get hit and before something bad is going to happen. And that's why, Drake Maye starts getting a little bit more loosey-goosey with the football in the second half, and you get a strip sack. You get a strip sack that ends up being an interception, and then everybody's wrong in the press box, and everybody's like, So that's why all that stuff happens, because yes, the Seahawks understood what it was that the Patriots were trying to do offensively because those young guys on the left side of the offensive line are young, inexperienced. They need to grow up a little bit more, and they can. It doesn't mean that they won't, but when you have a group on defense that is as good as Seattle, they're going to be able to take advantage of those kinds of things, especially when they have 2 weeks to study.
See, I'm going to disagree with you there because I don't care how young they are. It's the end of a 21-game season. They need to be ready to go. And if they're not ready to go, you put someone out on the field who is. And that's where the coaching staff needs to demand the highest level of performance. It's not an excuse that they're young. It could be an excuse that they're not very good. And Will Campbell needs to be moved inside to guard. And why did they make him the 4th overall pick in the draft? I know he likes to get upset about that. But that whole short arms thing that he was... And, hey, I get it. If, I'm trying to get drafted as high as I can, and I'm highly confident in my ability to go out and play, and don't tell me my arms are too short. That's a bunch of crap. Oh, and guess what? 14 pressures allowed. I mean, the arm length has something to do with it. When you're dealing with these guys that are swooping around you and you can't stop them, of course that's going to be a factor. They need to get him inside the guard ASAP. And I understand what you're saying, but I don't think it excuses the coaches for allowing those tells to be there. Because I doubt it's the first day that it happened. It's just the first time somebody talked about it openly. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.